What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Unrelated Sports Podcast. I am Andy McConnell. With me, as always, is new father, Mr. Cody Allstat. Big Daddy, how are we doing?
We're doing good. Baby number 3 is here and healthy, and he's got some powerful lungs on him, so that's great.
I can attest to that. I can hear that. Now I just gotta ask you, because obviously we haven't recorded since the baby came. So we got done recording at 10:30 that Tuesday night? Or Wednesday night, whatever night it was.
It was probably closer to 11, I'd say.
Yeah. How quickly did things transpire right after that?
Let's see. I went up. I don't know if I played a game that night on college football afterwards or not. I might have. And then I went to bed, and I bet within a half hour I was woken up saying I think my water broke, and I had to wait till the mother-in-law got here and we went to the hospital, and within 6 hours there was a baby boy from the time that we got to the hospital. So
okay,
which was crazy.
Quick.
Yeah, very quickly. With Aiden, my other son, we were in the hospital for 24 hours before she had him. It was a lot different experience this time.
How quick was she with Abby?
I'm not as sure. I know that she went to the hospital, got sent home, and then basically went right back to the hospital.
Okay.
But
I got you.
Yeah.
So yeah, see, it's a good thing we made our Masters picks and stuff just in case.
But I don't remember who I picked on that. Did I say Stava?
Seb Straka?
Yeah, did I say him at that time?
You might.
I know
have.
I was saying.
No,
I know I said Ricky, but that was more of a pipe dream.
Yeah. Hey, Cody, hold on.
Didn't even make it.
I do have to jump in just for 1 second. I mean, what is the little guy's name?
Oh, Adam Edward Allstat.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know if we shared that or I don't.
No.
Just didn't know if you wanted to share that or not. So.
April 2nd, 10. He was a 7-pound, 9-ounce little boy.
Nice. So it's a good thing that you didn't come about half a day earlier. Else not he would have been April Fool's, baby.
Exactly. Thank goodness.
Okay, so yeah, I'll give you credit. You might or might not have picked his name.
I definitely picked Rory McIlroy. I have proof of it. It was in our group messaging.
Yeah,
I did pick him. So
you did. You got the winner right, Cody.
Which
clap for you.
It was down to the wire.
I mean, for a second, I thought my pick was going to come in and steal it because I had the Swedish sensation Ludwig Åberg, and
he looked good.
He's making a run. Hey, by the way, and I know this is not our pest of the week because you have one for later for this, but can I just share little gripe I have with the Masters tournament this year? The one little gripe I have. Cody, what is my favorite hole on that golf course?
14?
No, 16.
No, 16. 16.
Yeah, because I always love on Sunday when they have the pin down in the front left location, bottom left, where the ball can roll down the hill and everything. And where did they decide to put it? They put it in the top left. Yeah, back in the back left because of an ode to Jack Nicklaus from 50 years ago, which, I mean, I think it would have been cooler because it was 20 years ago of Tiger's chip.
Yeah.
So I think it would have been better to have it there and added more excitement. But no, we're just going to get rid of one of the most exciting moments in all the Masters. But I digress. So yeah, Rory finally gets his green jacket.
Gold
completing
jacket, green jacket. Who?
yeah, thank you. But finally completes a career Grand Slam, and oh, it was anything but easy.
Right? It's only the sixth golfer to ever do it, though.
First one to win a Grand Slam event though or a major with 4 double bogeys.
Yeah, insane. Insane.
Well, and you know,
Including hole one.
yeah, hole one on Sunday. But I mean, look at Thursday where it's looking like okay, he's starting to make his run, he's in contention,
Yeah.
and then he chips the ball in the water on 15, and yeah,
The
so then you're thinking,
collapse was
okay,
on. Like he
yeah,
looked awful.
yeah, and I mean Justin Rose looked awesome on the first day. The second day kind of tapered off, and the third day a little bit, but yeah, you're thinking, okay, if Rory's going to win, he's basically going to have to shoot like 66, 67 back to back, and maybe do
Look at
something
that.
special again on Sunday. Oh, guess what he did? He went 66 and 66 on Friday, Saturday, and next thing you know, he's leading the tournament
Yeah.
with Bryson DeChambeau right on his tail.
Yeah. When he started the day off with a 2-stroke lead and double bogeys, the hole one.
Yep. And then next thing you know, on hole 2, Bryson comes and hits a birdie, and Rory's lead is gone, and now he's trailing, and you're thinking,
Yep.
oh, this is how this is going to go.
I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken for the kid at the time, and when I don't know, he might be older than me, not by much.
Yeah,
he is.
Well, I think he's 36.
Oh no, he's younger than me.
Okay.
The kid. But like Bryson has become a favorite. He's the only live guy that has become a favorite. But and this is from a guy that hated him 2-3 years ago.
I mean, I was indifferent on him. I thought he was maybe more just misunderstood at the time a little bit, but yeah. Then you're thinking, okay, now this is going to be Bryson's turn to put live golf on his back again, and
Yep.
basically steal the green jacket from Rory, a la like Happy from Shooter. And
my left arm is just a little bit shorter than my right.
Yep. But then what happens? It's like when Happy got hit by the car, Bryson fell apart.
Yeah.
And next thing you know,
I can
they're heading to the back.
I can do Happy Gilmore quotes all day.
Good. I appreciate the Happy Gilmore quotes. Because then we're heading to, and we were talking about this in our little text thread. Rory goes to the back 9, and next thing you know, he's up 4 with 9 to play.
Yep. And we asked, what is the worst that could happen? Because let's go back to 2011.
Yep.
Rory is leading the back 9 by 4 strokes.
Yep. And then he hits a ball way left where nobody, I don't think, has hit a ball before or since.
Yeah. He sent it into another dimension.
Yeah. And then it was just all downhill from there.
Because didn't he shoot like an 80 that day?
Yep.
I mean, epic collapse. I remember watching it at the time, and they didn't show him at the end. Like, he was the leader, and they went from him being the leader to not showing any of his shots because it was just sad.
Well, it was sad, and then also this guy named Tiger was making his run. You're thinking, okay, he's maybe going to win the green jacket for the first time in 6 years. And then Tiger kind of tapered off, and that's where Charles Schwartzel birdied the last 4 holes and won the green jacket anyway. But yeah, so we get, and then Rory hits his second shot on 11, and after he birdied 10, so he hit on his next shot on 11, and then the ball barely sits up from going in the water.
Yeah, it was an inch. Like if it had one more roll in it, it's in the drink. You're like, so okay, then, this is his day.
Yeah, I know. At that point, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's over. This is how he's gonna win. But then he 3-putts for bogey, and then he survives hole 12, so he doesn't do Jordan Spieth.
Right.
But then we get to 13, where for the first time all tournament, Rory doesn't go for the green in 2 on a par 5.
Laid out.
Yep. And then he hits a wedge shot that kind of looks like me. And next thing you know, the ball's in the water and Rory's lead is gone.
Yep. 'Cause he took a drop from the save or the drop zone,
Yep.
and he two putted after that.
Yes. Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's
So
a
I
double.
think
Was that a double?
Yep. He went double there, which I think
He
that was
had two
double number
doubles
4 of the
on a
week.
Sunday.
Yeah. But then hole 15, he puts his foot back right on the gas and hits arguably one of the greatest hook shots I think I've ever hit.
Yeah, it
Like,
was out of the pine straw. Wasn't that the
yeah.
one?
Nope, not
No,
that one.
that was the one that looked like it clipped a pine tree.
Yeah, that one was like maybe on 6, maybe, or some
Okay.
one of the earlier holes, maybe 5. But yeah, this one, he just swung it right around the tree and landed it maybe, I don't know, 8 feet away from the hole.
Yeah, he missed
But then,
the eagle putt.
yeah, but then got a tap in birdie.
Yeah.
But then again, you're thinking, okay, it's still all
He's
right.
he's still got this.
And then he goes and birdie 17 because I think he birdied and then birdied 17 to get to what, 11 under, 12 under,
12 under.
and then Justin Rose, who's on 18, who made 10 birdies on the day, drains a, I don't know, like a 25-foot birdie putt to
Yeah, it
give
had
him the
some pace
clubhouse
on it.
lead. Yeah, but bottom of the cup, and then pressure's back on Rory where par gives him the green jacket. It's simple as that. And
Yep.
Rory smokes his drive on 18, and you're thinking, oh, this is over. I mean, he's gonna
Yep.
hit a perfect wedge shot, two putt at worst, and it's over.
Yep.
Cody, he didn't do that.
He did not. He went for the old white sands of Augusta.
Yeah. But then, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, okay, so he's going to hit it there, and then he's going to hole his bunker shot like how he did a few
Yeah.
years ago.
Yep. Him and was that when him and
Morikawa.
Morikawa did it at the same
Yep.
time,
Yep.
playing
Which
together?
which was nuts. But you're thinking,
Yep.
okay, that's how it's going to happen. But no, so he leaves the bunker shot about 3 feet short.
We've seen him miss a 3-footer before.
Yeah, in a major.
Did it again.
Yeah. So then go into the playoff, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, everything just unraveled. It's over. Justin
Yeah.
Rose is going to win the green jacket.
But then Justin Rose hits a nice drive.
Yep. And then Rory responds with back on the gas.
A bomb, which is so crazy because like Rory's driver it's his greatest weapon. He's got
Yep.
such a long drive, but God, he sprays it sometimes. I mean,
Yep.
I would kill for the control that he has anyway, but because I'm hitting it half as far deeper into the woods than he is, but
Yeah,
he does not hit a lot of fairways.
No, he does not. But what he does, it's like, oh my word.
And
So
and then Rose hits one to 12 feet.
yeah, and he got a little unlucky because he didn't quite catch the slope like
Yep.
Rory's wedge shot did, where Rory actually does what he should have done at the end of regulation, and he spins it back to 3 feet again. Like
Yep.
I saw a side by side picture. It was honestly the exact same putt as the
Doesn't surprise me.
as the U.S. Open. No, and Rose, I thought he was going to hole his putt.
I
really
did too.
But he
Up
didn't.
until at about 2 feet left, I thought it was in.
Yeah, and then it kind of started tailing away, and it's like, oh.
Yep.
And I mean, I like Justin
But
Rose. He's a good dude.
I did. I will say that, like it, Rory's putt on 18 in regulation, it looked like it did a little shimmy right at the end, like to the right, and it was just like, where did that come from?
Yep.
But
Well,
no shimmy.
No shimmy on the playoff hole, except I thought it was going to go left. It looked like it was tracking that way, and I'm thinking, oh my, here we go again. But no, then Rory makes the putt, throws the putter in the air, drops to his knees, and you could just see all the emotion, like all the weight that he has carried for the last, I don't know, 14 years? Just go away.
I'd say 11 years for sure. That's his last major.
Oh, yeah.
If not, but yes, I understand what you said. 14 years for the last time he was in contention for the Masters.
And then he has probably the
career Grand Slam.
And then he has probably the best statement I think you could have is when he's going, he's taking his time, high-fiving everybody through the crowd, talking to bunch of his buddies, and then he says, "Oh, hey, I gotta go get a green jacket."
Yeah,
And
that was pretty sweet.
Like the epic like mic drop.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, what? I mean, and again, I feel bad for Justin Rose because he's lost the last 2 playoffs that they've had at the Masters, which I really wish he would have beat Sergio. Like,
I do like him more than now. Sergio.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really. I think the only who do you think's more popular, Sergio or Patrick Reed?
I'd say Patrick Reed is probably more hated right now.
Yeah. And you know what? I was joking with my brother and with my dad before Sunday started of, all the talk, was on Bryson and on Rory. Watch them collapse and Patrick Reed's just going to come in and steal the green jacket and completely squash every storyline that they've had.
That would be terrible.
And he just about did. If he won a 4-putted on one hole, he actually probably would have.
Oh, really? I guess I didn't see his...
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw that just because, he was out of the picture at that point.
Yeah.
And then Rory made his mess. But kudos to Rory. Finally got the green jacket.
Career Grand Slam.
And now the PGA Championship next month is at Quail Hollow, where he's won 4 times.
What is the PGA? What one is Spieth missing?
That one.
PGA?
So, hey, is this going to be the... Well, actually, nobody can do it at the Open. But is this going to be the year where Spieth finally gets the PGA? Phil gets the Open? I don't know. I don't think anybody likes Phil at this point.
Phil hasn't looked great lately.
No.
I think not. I think it really affects him not being a fan favorite anymore, too.
I think so, too.
He doesn't
can't wear the black
play
hat.
the villain.
No. Like, I think Brooks can, because he doesn't care.
Yeah.
I don't like even Patrick Reed. I think can because he doesn't care at all. And speaking of Brooks, making a snowman, so an 8 on 18 to miss the cut. Ouch.
Yeah. Have you ever seen because I think 2-3 years ago, people liked Brooks and didn't like
Bryson
DeChambeau.
Oh, I know.
And
yeah, during the height of their feud.
Yeah, it is. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't say it's a complete 180 for Brooks. It's a complete 180 for Bryson. I think he's top 3 biggest names
in golf.
Probably top five biggest. I mean, you get still Tiger's always going to be.
I'd say 3 though. I'd say Tiger, Rory, Bryson. Like those are your big 3.
Yeah.
Like even
Spieth
I can't say
maybe.
Jordan, maybe. But I think
it's been too long since he's been relevant. Yes.
Yeah, and that's a problem. Like if Jordan starts winning, like again, if he comes out and wins a PGA Championship, that flips.
Yeah. There's enough fanfare with him.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I know, and again, we were talking about this in our little group chat. Like, has there been an athlete that's ever done what Bryson's done? Like the complete 180, like for the good way. We've seen it the bad way.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of the bad way.
I mean, yeah, look at Phil. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not actually. Yours is probably the better one. But yeah, I've never seen an athlete just go complete 180. I mean, I think
we're
we said
hated,
like Dale
hated
Earnhardt.
to loved.
Yeah, Earnhardt maybe.
But his was death caused it.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know who else. I don't know if couldn't really name any other athlete. Tell us an athlete if you can think of one that had a 180 from being hated to becoming loved.
Yeah, that basically
I thought of
wore
one
the black
actor.
Hat to, who was that? Who'd you say? You said Robert Downey Jr., didn't you?
Robert Downey Jr. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
He's about.
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't think of anybody like even actors or anything. So.
Well, yeah, but they don't really do a lot of that with Pixar or Disney.
I was waiting for that.
You should have been.
I was waiting for that. So no, that's good. That's good. But yeah, I love that tournament so much, Cody.
It's
so
the
much.
greatest. It is the greatest tournament there is.
And again, my heart was just pounding like out of its chest the last like 4 holes, just because you knew. I mean, again, Not that Rory's my favorite golfer, but it's just what's on the line and how much it all means, and then just watching it all crumble like how it was. It's like, oh no,
Yeah, because like if he doesn't win that, he never wins it.
oh no, like because I kept reading comments, prior to prior to Sunday of like this is either going to be one of the greatest days in Rory's history, or this is going to end up being the worst. And then especially when he got up by 4 heading to the back nines, like, yeah, this is either going to be the greatest choke job of all time,
Yeah.
the greatest collapse, or this is going to be his greatest triumph. Which
It
he
was
did both.
It was pretty close to the greatest. I mean, like collapse. Just I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what we were watching.
I know. I really couldn't either. Oh boy, but yeah, I love the Masters so much. Hey, by the way, shout out Iowan Zach Johnson, top 10.
Yeah, he had a great day.
He was paired with Rose on Sunday too, and I don't think maybe they showed one of his shots. That was it.
Interesting.
Kind of same thing with Siwoo Kim. I think Siwoo came in 5th, and they showed one of his eagle putts, and that was it.
That was going to be my biggest gripe with the whole Masters tournament was the up until Sunday, basically, they did not show Bryson.
No, and like
he actually
the Masters. Oh, good.
He actually paid some people to follow him around and live stream it so that people could watch him. Or
how are they?
He did something. Camera. He paid a camera company or something like that. So that they could actually watch him. I know it couldn't be with cameras because I love that rule too.
I do too. I mean, the only thing that sucks is that what do you do if there's an emergency, like if there's a family emergency, how do they get a hold of you? But it's like, yeah, like you watch everybody, or you see all the shots of everybody on 18 when Rory's making his putt at the end, and it's just like, yeah, not a phone in sight. Everybody's just like glued in, and then they're all jumping for
on 18, like in regulation, you just saw like, I know you saw everybody's. I think he's the only non-American that I've ever rooted for.
I can tell. I just want to say one more thing. I want to say one more thing too. Ludwig Oberg, my pick, how he was like close coming down the stretch. Well, he tripled 18. That was a $600,000 triple bogey that he made. I mean, I think Ludwig will be all right because I'm pretty sure he's going to be donning a green jacket at some point in his future. But yeah, that's ouch.
Rough.
Yeah,
that is rough.
So, what else we got going on, Cody? What else is in the sports world?
Let's see. I know
the Minnesota Twins suck. Sorry, I'm just gonna cut you off, but
I'm pretty sure that so does the Miami Marlins. I don't know anything about them, but I know that they're not good.
They have a better record than Minnesota. Minnesota had the second worst record.
Nice.
Coming into today. So, hey, this weekend, Stanley Cup playoffs start.
Yeah, who does Dallas open up with?
We got Colorado. It's not. I don't like them. The winner of this series could very easily win the Stanley Cup.
Okay. The Panthers are playing Tampa Bay. The Lightning.
Florida.
Yep. They played them tonight, which did not go Florida's way.
Did Florida start Bobrovsky though?
I'm not sure.
If maybe they rested some guys.
I'm assuming they would.
Hey, one more just little gripe that I have here, and this is more with the NHL, is that I hate their playoff format. Like, they don't seed them 1 through 8. They seed them like the 2 and 3 in each division play each other, and then the 1 seeds play the quote unquote wild card teams. And that's stupid because you can have the top 3 teams from the whole conference in the same division, and they're all going to play each other within the first 2 rounds.
That's not good.
No. But Lord Stanley's Cup, the chase is on, including for Alexander Ovechkin, who broke Wayne Gretzky's scoring record when we were gone.
He's so close to getting his assist record, though.
How far? How close is he?
Oh, it's like 1,000.
Yeah,
it's like 1,300 or something. I don't.
yeah. There's a reason. Like there is one true GOAT of hockey, and it's the great one, and that's not debatable.
Yeah.
Do you have an NBA playoff? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
NBA playoffs?
Yeah, do you have a prediction at all? You have
You want to
anything?
talk about play? Oh yeah, it's gonna be stupid.
Okay, good. Good to know.
We can talk about Lucy Olson was
Dra-
drafted to the Mystics.
Yep, Washington Mystics in the second round, I believe.
Yeah.
Paige Becker's in the star for UConn in their championship winning team. Went number one to Dallas.
I can give you a Wrexham update. They
Yeah, good.
are
What do you got?
still in first or second in their on their table.
Okay.
They are 1 point up over. I can't remember who's right behind them, but it's getting tight. They drew their last match where the team behind them won, so
Ooh.
that keeps them up one. But there's got to be 4 or 5 games left, so it's coming down to the wire.
That is kind of it's just like especially as a fan. Like I know we're not diehards by any means,
Right.
but like if you're like a diehard fan, oh boy, that it really gets your heart pumping. Then
And well, like the team that they're playing this week, they play on Friday. They have like 5 losses in a row. So like, yeah, they aren't probably aren't the better team, but I should look at like how close they are to getting relegated because they're going to be playing to stay in their league
yeah,
in
because
League
that's
One.
what
Let's see.
millions of dollars basically. That's
Yeah.
the difference. Yeah.
Let's see.
Like, could you imagine? I know we've talked about this before, but if like the NFL had that with the UFL,
Oh, that'd be crazy. And let's see who do they
like
play next.
tanking would be non-existent.
That'd be fun because I hate the idea of tanking.
I do too.
So Wrexham plays on Friday. They play the Bristol Rovers, who are so the bottom 4 teams are relegated, and they are the fourth to bottom team right now, and they're tied with the so they have a lot to play for. The team that's
Ooh.
they have the same point total. They have just a high their goal difference is different, and that's why they're sitting worse.
Okay.
So
Ooh,
yeah,
so
they're playing to stay alive in the league. It makes
it's a
those
good
games
old
interesting.
yeah. So good
You
old
almost
promotion relegation showdown.
you almost want to play a team like at the end of the season. You're wanting to play a team square in the middle, not
Yep.
not
Yep.
somebody fighting for their lives.
Yep. Yep. Trust me, I know that exact feeling. Yeah, where yeah, especially like even take like the NFL or all the other like American sports. Like sometimes when you're facing those bottom tier teams, those are the guys that you don't want to play either because like jobs are on the line. For example,
Yeah.
like guys are thinking about either getting fired, getting cut, getting traded, the whole nine. So
Wrestling update.
what do you got?
The transfer portal is insane. It's
Multiple,
crazy.
multiple, multiple levels. It's so bad.
Yes, it's not good, but Iowa has taken a different route this year. I mean, they're still putting a lot of they're still getting a lot of transfers in, but they're
Mm-hmm.
all so far like they're 125 pounder. They have a really good 125 pounder coming in as a freshman. Well, they want him to redshirt, so they got a graduate transfer. So he has 1 year of eligibility,
Mm-hmm.
and he was a blood round guy last year with some really big wins. Dean Peterson. So he's gonna be their 125 pounder. They have a couple other ones that are also like a couple of them might have 2 or 3 years, but like they have a lot of. It seems like they're getting guys that are just supposed to be filling that 1 year gap while another transfer, like an actual homegrown guy, gets a redshirt year to get up to college speed, basically. Uh, it sounds like we're missing a 197 pounder. We have a really good recruit coming in, but Tom and Terry do not pull red shirts very often. Like there's been 3 times that I can think of that they've ever done it. Spencer Lee was one of them. That worked out really well. He
Hmm.
won a natty his true freshman year. Um, Abe Assad was another one that they did that with, and it did not work out very well. And then it seems like this year they kind of were forced to with Estrada because of injury to uh, who was it? Their 157 pounder. I cannot, names are blanking me right now, but I can picture him.
That's right. You're part of Team No Sleep right now, so it's all
A
good.
little bit. Um, but I Iowa also just got a big time recruit for the class of 2026 in Michael Mako. His dad wrestled for Iowa. He was a runner up as a freshman or true. I don't know if he was his redshirt or true freshman year for Iowa at heavyweight, and then he ended up. He basically was recruited by the Brands brothers,
Mm.
but this was when they were not the head coach, and when they took the head coaching job at Virginia Tech, um, he transferred to Oklahoma State,
Okay.
and he ended up winning 2 national titles, I think, for Oklahoma State. But his boys, the number like his top 10 prospect from that class, and he chose Iowa over Oklahoma State, which part of that's because Oklahoma State took Deshaun Ross out of the state of Iowa, so those two might be battling someday, which will be kind of cool.
Okay.
That puts Iowa has 2, maybe 3 of the top 10 picks or 2 top 10 wrestlers from that recruiting class. There's a set of twins that from Kentucky. They're the Rainey twins. They have some very big wins. They're like, depending where you look, they're anywhere from the second to the fourth overall and fifth, maybe, like overall big board recruits. And
Yep.
those were the first calls that Tom and Terry made on the night that recruitment opened. They said that went a long way with them. So they're supposed to be making their decisions soon. I don't know when, but really hoping they go to Iowa, and that would be humongous. They'd have 4 wrestlers in the top 10, maybe 5 from that recruiting class. So
Yeah.
hopefully making a
That's a
run
pretty good
at
percentage.
yeah, hopefully making a run at Penn State soon, but it's still a couple years away before they can actually make a run at them again.
Okay. Yeah, because after those guys, if they redshirt, and then yeah, just
Yep.
getting accumulated. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's Bo Bassett, Steve, or Michael Mako. Hopefully the Rainey brothers. It seems like there was one other one, DeLuca maybe, and yeah. The nice thing about a couple of these picks are these guys like Bo Bassett. He has a kind of like stepbrother. I think that's a year younger than him. That he might look towards Iowa with his big brother going there. Um,
Okay.
and he's like the number one recruit from his class. And then he's got another little brother that might, someday go to Iowa. Mako has a younger brother that might go to Iowa too. So it might they don't always go to the same place. I know that there's a couple of Blazes, Joey and Marcus. Joey goes to Purdue, and Marcus is going to be a freshman next year at Penn State. So they don't necessarily always go to the same schools, but it might help. And twins, I think, are going to go to the same school.
Yeah, unless if they finally want to be apart. But yeah, normally
Yeah,
you're right.
I
They
mean,
they all like to
it's not
be
like
with one another.
Iowa knows anything about twins with wrestling with their identical twin lightweight head coach. Just
Yeah, yeah. You're not wrong.
so That's my wrestling update.
Thank you, Cody. I would say I have a NASCAR update, but I don't know. Everything's just bland right now. I got nothing.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Sucks. Eh.
But, well, I guess, Cody, we have one last sport we got to cover. Do you want to talk about football?
I thought you'd never ask.
Well. Where should we start? Should we start with the Wild West that is college football in the transfer portal, as we were talking about earlier?
It's insanely stupid.
Yeah. So I just gotta ask, and I know this is part of your pest of the week here, but how would you like to be a quarterback making $2+ million and ask for four and have the school basically tell you, yeah, no thanks, you're gone.
I think you earned it. They're telling you bye-bye. Because I'm also seeing that the same guy is now getting offered $1 million contracts from colleges.
Yeah, I think people are kind of realizing, like with Florida with DJ Uiagalelei, like how that kind of, or Florida State, how that kind of backfired just a little bit, and
Yeah.
yeah, now we're here. Or what was it, Florida State? And then because he was at Clemson before Florida State. So, But Cody, should we get into our pest of the week?
Yeah. This week's Pest of the Week is brought to you by Decor Pest Control. Call Cass at 563-419-3251, where he will offer you monthly and quarterly services for residential and commercial pest control, specializing in earwigs, cockroaches, ants, bed bugs, bees, fleas, box elder bugs, mice, and rats. And he also is certified for termite inspection. Call Cass at, once again, 563-419-3251. But our pest this week is Tennessee quarterback. I can't pronounce former Tennessee quarterback. I can't pronounce your name.
Okay, I'm gonna probably butcher it. It's Nico Iamaleava. I think that's how you pronounce it.
It's exactly what I was going to say.
Okay, in all honesty, that is probably the first time I think I've nailed that name or came close to it. It's usually pretty bad. But yeah, Cody, why is he a pest?
Because he signed a contract. I mean, whatever if you want to call it, NIL deal contract.
That's what it is. Yep.
To play for the University of Tennessee for $2 million a year.
Yep.
More than Brock Purdy.
Yep.
More than quite a few other actual NFL players.
Yep.
And he decided, you know what? I'm going to hold out. Not going to play the spring practices. I want $4 million a year.
So did he win the Heisman last year, or like why did he want money?
No.
Oh.
He was a mediocre quarterback in the SEC.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that he was up for like the Davey O'Brien Award or up for the best quarterback award, because he must have done well, right?
Not really.
Yeah. I think I saw a stat where he threw 19 touchdowns on the year, and 11 of them were against like basically Tennessee's worst opponents.
Yeah. I mean, SEC doesn't, which is crazy because SEC doesn't schedule themselves pancakes ever.
I know, especially like, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through the season.
Hate it.
I know. We both do. But basically now then Tennessee has said, okay, cool. You're free to go. Goodbye.
Yeah.
You were the weakest link. Goodbye.
And now other schools are saying, we don't want you.
Yeah.
Why would you?
And the thing is, I don't know if it's part on Nico, or I think his dad's been trying, I don't know if he's like his agent or how this works too, but I think his dad's been telling him to ask for more money. It's like, no, just no.
Maybe talk to him about it, but don't play your hand like that. You know, like maybe, hey, I feel like I deserve a little bit more. This guy's getting this or whatever. I have these stats. Like, back it up.
And you know the thing is, though, I wonder, do you think this is the start of all this stuff in college athletics? Like, we're maybe just getting to the tip of the iceberg where stuff's starting to go back in the other direction now? Where, like,
I hope so.
Where you have all these players asking for more and more money, and it's like, yeah, we're good. Go buy. Go away.
You're a dime a dozen, really. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
like
there's a lot of people that want your job.
in all honesty, there is one person that should be able to get that much money or can ask for a pay raise if you want to, if he was still staying in school, and that was Travis Hunter. Like if you
Yeah.
want to, like in all honesty, just for considering the stuff that he does on both sides of the ball. But yeah, basically, and then alienating your teammates by not showing up to the spring game, and that just, I mean, it shows how greedy of a teammate you are,
Yeah. Nobody wants to
especially
play with you. And
at the college level. Like,
what used to be considered the last pure example of football.
I know. Oh, and again, it's just messy throughout all. We've talked about this before, but it's just throughout all college athletics, where you just have guys that are just chasing the bag left and right. Like they're just hopping from school to school to school to school of, okay, I got my money here. Now I'm going to go get money somewhere else. Or I have a decent amount of money here, but this place is offering me more money. So I'm going to go there.
Well,
And
you're not going to see many people sit and wait and develop because they're all going to want. I can get on, XX school will pay me this much to come there.
yeah,
Why?
it's
Why
like,
wait? Why wait and develop behind another quarterback at Alabama when I can go start at
Ole Miss, just for
yeah.
example. Yeah. Yeah. Again, this thing all got out, or it all got out of control right away when there was um, no legislation, no rules, no governance on any of the NIL stuff, and now we're just where it's like it's college free agency,
Yeah.
24/7,
I mean,
365.
there are literally um, agent college football agents or college sports agents popping up now. Like,
Yep. And again, all team like these football teams are hiring general managers.
yeah,
Like, man, it's all just really stupid. It's sad just for how the college game has went. Because I mean, like, look at March Madness. I know we didn't really touch on that a lot, but how it was all one seeds in the Final Four. But you're not going to see as many upsets now in the tournament because all these good players from the lower schools, they're just going to move up because,
yeah.
hey, you can pay more money to go to, like, your Dukes, your Floridas, Auburns, your Houstons of the
Go
world.
go where the money is.
Yeah. And
Which
it takes.
it's going to be terrible for me watching wrestling. I mean, you're going to have your top five, top six schools, which sucks because like UNI just had their greatest season ever, and they have no funding, they have no budget, they don't even have a freaking wrestling room.
Thank you. I was going to say that. So thank you.
The
Yeah,
West Gym is gone, and
yeah. And the
yeah,
university is
sad.
too concerned on just renovating the Unidome instead of, I don't know, trying to give the wrestlers a home.
Yeah, a premier wrestling school too. Like
I know.
one of the NCAA Coach of the Year actually this year.
Hmm. I know. But I guess the only thing you can say that if you're United, Doug Schwab is, okay, where are you going to go then? Like, because Iowa's set, Oklahoma State's set, Penn State's set. Those are your top
Nebraska,
three. You could go there. You're not wrong.
Nebraska. Nebraska just got second. Their coach is getting up there in age.
Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, I do not like the way college athletics are trending right now. It's just, it's not
It's the
sustainable.
sad state of it.
Like I saw somebody made a comment of, I think like they could see in the next 5-10 years where the NCAA tournament doesn't happen anymore. Like March Madness is just gone as we know it. But
People not wanting
yeah,
to get injured or whatever. Or
yeah,
or
and
my contract's only for regular season. Why am I
well, and
playing
just
anymore?
with the money, but with the money and stuff too. Like some of these schools just they can't afford to pay anybody anymore. Like their quote unquote
Oh
payroll is
yeah,
going to run out. But then I don't know if some of these schools then would have to shut down or shut down some sports. Like and just become like purely academic schools. Like I don't know. I don't know how it all worked, but yeah,
that'll
just
be
very, very,
interesting.
very messy. NFL drafts in a week and a half.
Yep.
Actually,
In Green Bay.
yes, sir. Titletown, USA. Still have no idea what the Packers are going to do it with their first round
Yeah,
pick.
I'm especially after the news I got about or news I'm hearing today. I really don't know what the Dolphins are going to do. Sounds like Jalen Ramsey is up for trade.
Is Tyreek Hill in trouble? Like, did I see that? Did something actually happen, or was that just kind of blown out of proportion?
So his wife filed for divorce, and the speculation is, I mean, his wife is former Texas safety Kenny Vaccaro's sister.
Okay.
I think he played. Is he a Saints safety also?
Yes.
I believe so. Um, the what I read multiple reports was they have one of his 14 children that he's had in the last year. He grabbed it and was heading towards the balcony.
I saw that one too. I just didn't know if there was how much truth there was to it.
I've seen multiple reports of it. I hope it's not true, but the dude needs mental help. I mean, and great football talent.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But he's had anger issues. I mean, even back to his college days, like he got kicked out of Oklahoma State.
Yep.
So, hey, there was some quarterback news.
Oh wait, I don't think I ever told you. There was some. Okie State just jogged my memory. We have AJ Ferrari has a new home.
Oh boy. Wait, is he going there?
No, he went to Oklahoma State, his first school. That's where he won his first natty. He is going to the University of North Carolina to be a Tar Heel.
How good is their wrestling program? Is it good? Or?
It's actually not bad. It's growing. Tony Ramos, former Hawkeye wrestler, is an assistant coach there. Vincenzo Joseph was a former Penn State wrestler, won 2 national championships. He's also an assistant coach there. And his little brother, Anthony Ferrari, is going to Morgan State.
Okay.
I don't know much about them. I do know that Quincy Monday is a former college great, and he is the head coach there. So,
okay. I've heard of Morgan State before. I don't know if they're one of the HBCUs, like if they're part of one of those.
I think they might be. What is just weird because Anthony Ferrari is very Italian.
Hold on, I'm gonna look this up quick because this is going to bug me if I can't figure it out. Morgan State HBC. Yep, they're an HBCU.
Okay.
And Baltimore. So a little fun fact there.
I guess historically black doesn't mean they have to be all black, I guess.
I mean, like Georgetown, they're not all black. I know that's kind of always been a rumor, but
interesting.
Oh, I was gonna say quarterback news. Joe Flacco is returning to the land. He's going back to Cleveland.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
That's about the only big quarterback news because Aaron Rodgers still hasn't come out from his deep slumber yet.
Yeah, what are you hearing on Rodgers? Is it last I heard it was either Pittsburgh or retire? Okay. Still Minnesota in it?
I don't know. They haven't came out and officially said no yet. And that's how I still think there's still a little bit of smoke in that fire. Just a little bit. But I've heard Pittsburgh's probably the favorite at this point. But we shall see. It's what he just wants. Again, I'm just waiting. He's going to announce it Thursday night, like when the draft is in Green Bay. That's when he's going to announce where he's going.
That'd be the perfect time to announce that he's going to Minnesota.
I know. That's what I've said before. I can just see it happening too.
He's arrogant enough.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Any other big football news?
I will say that I think the Packers fans, like when Favre went to Minnesota, it sucked, but I feel like Packers fans have gotten to the hatred of Aaron Rodgers more than they ever did with Brett Favre.
Yes and no. I mean, the Favre stuff was still, I think,
It was annoying.
at it was well, and I think more of the Packers fans were mad at management for letting Favre walk to get to Rodgers. Um, and but I just think with the Rodgers stuff, I think a lot of Packer fans are like me, of like they know how much Minnesota does not want him, like their fans don't want him. So,
Yeah.
like,
You just want to see it happen for out of spite.
yeah, let it burn. Like we're at this point where I don't think anybody cares. Like
But
if he goes
I
there,
just
whatever.
I feel like Packers fans aren't big fans of Rodgers anymore. I'm sure there's some, but
I don't know. I about one out of every probably three comments I see on Twitter, it's still saying get us back to the glory days, or they're posting Rodgers highlights or stuff like that, and it's like okay, whatever. Um. So yeah, any other football news? You got anything else you want to touch on?
Not really.
I don't know. Don't worry. Well, maybe we'll do a little draft preview next week.
That's good.
Just a smidge was a little one, not
Which
big.
I'll have to do some research because I have done nothing. I haven't looked at nothing for
What have
the
you been doing?
draft.
What has been busy in your life? What have you been doing?
I don't know. Nothing. I
Yeah,
did
see,
watch a lot of the Masters, which like more than I ever have.
I
It's
basically
just
watch every shot. I watch it from or every mode of coverage.
it was with intense crying in the between spots, but I watched a lot of it.
Wait, were you crying because of Rory?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just wanna make sure.
Yes,
So,
for sure.
so Cody, I guess, and speaking of Rory, he's kind of the basis of our top five this week, isn't he?
He definitely is. And he's in my top 5 this week.
Oh, okay. So our top five, as always, is brought to you by the boys at Lick Tags Lawn Care. Because Cody, it's almost time to start mowing your lawn. The
It
weather's
is.
slowly getting warmer.
I've seen a lot of
But
burnt fields. People have been burning their fields and let them grow.
which I didn't know if you could start burning stuff right now, just with how windy it's been too.
Well,
But
the last few days it hasn't, but yeah,
yeah,
like last week and stuff, I saw a lot of burnt fields.
but just a reminder to all those out there that Lick Tags specialize in complete lawn maintenance and health, snow and ice control, which don't really need that anymore at the moment, and any small engine repairs that you may have. Any questions that you have, give the boys at Lick Tags a call at 563-203-4238.
Noise.
There you
So
go.
I'm going to say our
I
top
didn't say,
five
didn't
is.
say that as cleanly as I wanted to.
That's all right. Our top 5 this week is our top 5 finally moments, I guess is what I'd call it. Like,
Mhm.
Rory finally won the green jacket after so many tries.
Yep.
Yeah, that. So I'm gonna start you off with my number 5 is actually can't believe Andy didn't have this one in his, but he also knows more off the wall sports stuff than I do. So
That I do.
one of my first memories of it I remember is Dale Earnhardt finally winning the Daytona 500.
20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration.
He got her. I remember the line for him and all that.
Well, and
People
in
were
all honesty,
ecstatic.
yeah, as soon as he took the white flag, which was under caution, yeah, Mike Joy gave the 20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Dale Earnhardt will come to the caution flag to win the Daytona 500. And then about 2 seconds later, he also said, finally. Like,
Oh, nice.
he knew it too. Yeah, so,
That's
yeah,
cool.
well, yeah, heck, and then you had every man on every crew, shaking, or just giving Big E a high five as he's going down pit road, and it's just one of the more iconic images in all NASCAR.
What year was that? Was that 99 or 2000?
Nope, 98.
98. Okay.
Yep, 99 he lost to Jeff Gordon.
Okay. What happened in 2000?
Dale Jarrett won in 2000. 2001. Cody, Just you're a bad person.
I know. Just
Michael Waltrip won the 500 in 01, by the way, and Jeff Gordon won the championship. So
interesting.
yeah. Okay, so my number 5. This happened 2 years ago. Lionel Messi in Argentina finally winning the World Cup. It's the one thing that Messi had.
Yeah, I was gonna say finally cementing Messi as one of the all-time greats. That was what he was missing.
If not the great.
No, I'm joking. He was already considered one of the all-time greats, but that might have put him in that GOAT status.
Yeah, I just remember watching that whole final on a plane, and it was a lot of ups and downs in that one, kind of like Rory's final round at Augusta.
In the plane or in the? I actually remember watching part of that one, and that I was waiting in line to pick up Abby from school, and I was watching it on my phone.
Nice. Doing dad work right there. That's how you do it.
Exactly.
Okay, number 4.
My number 4, I'm going to put actually Rory winning this Masters. It was an iconic moment. It's going to be something that I'm going to remember for a long time. Especially, how dramatic he had to make it.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, all the trials and tribulations just throughout that whole day. And then again, just his reaction afterward, it's kind of up there with Tiger's of 5 years ago or 6 years ago. Rory holding his daughter afterward, and I forgot to say this earlier when we were talking about it, but the week leading up to the Masters, I think Rory's daughter Poppy had heard.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna say. Had heard some kids talking about her dad at school, and she comes home to Rory and asks him, "Daddy, are you famous?"
That's so
and
cute.
I think he said, "Yeah, I know, just completely cute, innocent." And I think he said, "Well, some people, yeah." He was just kind of trying to keep it kind of even keel. But yeah, I think she really knows the answer to that question now after Sunday.
And did you see her little putt that she said?
Yeah, on the par 3 contest.
That was so awesome.
I know. I know the thing is, though, Shane Lowry was probably the happiest of everybody that she made that putt when you're seeing it. It's oh my gosh.
He was also pretty happy with Rory.
With Rory. Yeah, those two are big buds, so. Okay, so my number 4, I'm going to keep it in the golf atmosphere as well. We're going to the 1999 U.S. Open at Pinehurst. Payne Stewart finally wins the U.S. Open, beating Phil Mickelson by 1 shot. And then right afterward, after he gives that his iconic fist pump, which is a statue of that outside of Pinehurst Country Club, and then Payne goes up to Phil, and the first words that he says is "You're going to be a dad," because Phil became a dad to his first child that day.
Oh, awesome!
It was either that day or the next day, but
I didn't know that.
Then Payne unfortunately passed away in a plane or helicopter crash a few months later.
Okay.
But yeah, it was definitely one of the golf's kind of finally moments, especially for Payne.
That's a good one. I am gonna put, what am I, number 3?
3 for Dale.
3 for Dale. Well, I've already given my Dale one. I'm gonna say Peyton Manning winning his first Super Bowl
over Da Bears.
Was that 08?
Nope. 06.
6. Okay.
Yep. 08.
You're better with that stuff.
I know. My mind's weird. 08 was the Steelers Cardinals Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. Yep, I do. I remember that Madden. Because that was both teams on that.
Still one of my favorite Super Bowls of all time.
Larry and Palomalu were on the cover of that one.
Yes, sir. But yeah, Peyton finally
was that called Madden 25 though at the time?
No. That was Madden 09.
I know. No, Madden 09 was with Favre on the cover, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But no, I remember they had a Madden 25, but it was 25th anniversary.
Yeah, with Barry Sanders on the cover.
Yeah, okay.
I think that was 13 or 14.
Okay.
Maybe it was 11. I don't know, it was something along that line. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was that. I think it was 11, and then Peyton Hillis was the next year.
Okay.
I think that's how it went.
You're a nerd.
Yes, I am.
Okay, what's your number
My number
three?
three. By number three, we're going to go 2004, where the Boston Red Sox break the curse of the Bambino and finally win the World Series after coming back from 3-0 to beat the Yankees.
I, then they made the movie Fever Pitch about it.
Really? Oh, I've never even heard of that movie.
It's got what's that dude?
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. I don't know. I'm just naming the two
No,
Boston guys. Mark Wahlberg,
no.
guys who they always seem to make Boston movies
He's
about.
on a talk show. Jimmy Fallon. He starred in it.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of it, so
Shocking.
I know.
Let's see.
Okay, who's number two?
My number two would have to be Corey Clark winning the 2017 NCAA championship for the Iowa Hawkeyes at 133 pounds over Seth Gross, former college roommate Seth Gross, actually.
Ooh,
That came after, I believe, two runner-up finishes, I think, and he got fifth, and then second, and then he
dang,
finally won it his senior year.
nice.
That was more, and he did it with a blown shoulder, and
Ooh.
and then he had the iconic he threw Terry Brands in his after match celebration. You can see Terry do it, and he tossed him. It was pretty fun.
By the way, wrestlers, very tough dudes.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. They're kind of up there with hockey players as psychos. Just a little bit.
There's something not right.
Okay, my number two, we're going to go to the NBA for 2016. LeBron and the Cavs finally win a title for the city of Cleveland. You know, Cavs come back from 3-1 down. LeBron has a block on Andre Iguodala. Kyrie Irving hits a big three. And then, Cleveland finally gets their championship.
Yeah.
And now all the good juju that they've had in sports is, gone. I mean, the Cavs are trying to bring it back. But, yeah, the whole Deshaun Watson stuff kind of made it go bye-bye.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
No.
All right. Well,
who's number one?
My number one was the 2019 Masters champion, Tiger Woods, y'all.
Yeah. That's especially the way how he won.
That was
his only major that he had to come back. Yeah. And then Jim Nantz, says a return to glory, and it's like, and then him hugging Charlie afterward, and it's like, oh my gosh, it just gives you all the feels.
Yep. I don't think we'll ever see it again, but
we can see it the other way though. Charlie could pick up his dad.
Yeah.
Oh my goch, can you imagine that? It's
Can you imagine him winning? I really hope Charlie's first major of many, I hope, is what's the one on Father's Day weekend? Is that the Open?
US Open. Yeah.
That's what I want to see him win his first.
I want to see it be
Father's
the Masters
Day.
I know, but I want to see it be the Masters so he can recreate that iconic moment with Tiger like Tiger did with Charlie and with his dad.
That's true.
Especially in the same spot, basically. It's like, it just gives me goosebumps thinking about it. No pressure, Charlie. We all just want to see you succeed and be the next big name in golf.
Actually, I kind of want to see Daly's son and him in contention against each other. That'd be fun.
That's what we need. That'd be kind of a big culture war right there. In all honesty.
Yeah.
It would be Happy versus Shooter.
Yes.
Okay, should we get to my number one?
I don't think anybody cares. I'm just kidding. Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, well, that's hurtful. So my number one, we're also going back to 2016 because that seemed to be the year of the 3-1 leads and the blown leads because that's when the 28-3 collapse happened.
Oh yeah.
But the Chicago Cubs, 8 years? I
108
think is what it
years.
was. Yeah, finally win the World Series in complete epic fashion after Aroldis Chapman blew the save in Game 7. Yeah, just
Yeah, that was
completely insane.
iconic. I remember where I was when I watched that one.
See, I didn't get to watch the whole game because I think we had inventory that night. So I got home to, I think, watch like the 8th inning on. And yeah, just got to see all of it happen. It's like, oh my gosh.
That was insane.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely.
Because
I mean, baseball they haven't had a moment close to that in the last basically 10 years.
Anthony Rizzo caught the. I mean, I can still picture him catching the ball on first, and
Yep, and then putting it right in his back pocket, and and then just all the mob on the mound. And
yeah. And fun fact about Anthony Rizzo, Miami Dolphins fan.
really, did not know that.
Yep.
He was also on the Yankees though, and I don't.
Is he still?
I don't like the Yankees.
Or is he retired?
I don't know. We're gonna look that up too. But and the fact that they beat Cleveland, which is funny because then Cleveland had because they already had the comeback against the Warriors and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, don't worry, Cleveland. At least you still got the Browns.
You'll always have the Browns.
Yep. Rizzo's a free agent right now, so yeah, I think he's going to retire if he hasn't retired already. So yeah, so I think that about it.
That's about all I got.
I know that's about all I got too. This was a fun episode.
Go.
Fun to get back.
A good time. Yes. Get back to routine-ish.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, tell your friends. Rate us 5 stars.
Yeah, we like the 5 stars. We're like 5-star prospects.
Exactly.
We like the 5 stars.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Other than that,
hey, wait, you have one more thing you got to say.
I know. I didn't know if you had anything.
No, I got nothing. I honestly got nothing.
Okay. Remember that fullbacks are people too.
Thank you, Cody. Thank you for reminding us all, and thank you everybody for listening. And we will catch you next week.
Peace.